I need to say something to women. This applies to men and women, really, but I'm really talking to women right now. And what I'm gonna talk about is, a lot of times when you meet men, and they don't have class, they don't have decorum, tact, and manners and shit like that. They not, a person who makes efforts, to do things. A lot of times, that's a woman's fault. Not all the time, not most of the time, but a lot of time, it's women's fault because a lot of it is men's fault too. But when I say it's a woman's fault, you know, women should be more conscious of certain shit. Like when you have sons, I put a stat up yesterday about, my daughter's Secret Santa experience with a little boy coming to school, a 12-year-old boy, had her name, and he brought in a single, bottle of nail polish inside of Walgreens bag and presented it to her as her Secret Santa gift. And a lot of people missed the point of what that was. A lot of people, women, was like, giving the mama an excuse. Well, maybe that's all she had. They really didn't have no money. You know, and me personally, I'm almost certain that it had nothing to do with the money situation. But let's just say it did have something to do with a money situation. Now, I told my daughter's mother about the situation, and she was like, well, yeah, there was a lesson in that for both of them, and it really was. So let's talk about how you see people on Facebook and they post pictures of their food and shit they cook, and that shit be looking disgusting. And we don't know that it is or not. That shit could be good as fuck. It could be filet mignon, crab, and lobster, and North American salmon smoked. And you take that shit and you cook it to perfection, and you take and throw it all together on top of each other on a paper fucking plate. Everybody looking at that shit gonna be like, that shit look disgusting. Then I could grill a grilled cheese sandwich, you know, get one of my nicest plates, cut that bitch in half, garnish it with some tomatoes, and next to it is a nice bowl of tomato soup garnished. And people gonna say, that shit look good. And it probably ain't. It could be the cheese ain't melted, the bread is stale, but it's the presentation that counts. Him bringing that shit in a plastic bag like that, presenting it to her, that wasn't a good presentation. There's Now let's talk about how you see niggas every day, wearing $1,000 worth of clothes, and their clothes hanging off their ass. They ain't ironed or mended or probably even clean, but these motherfuckers got on $1,000 worth of clothes. Now I'm the type of person, I come outside in some fucking Docker slacks, an Arrow button-up shirt, a $12 belt, and some $60 black loafers. I'm clean and mended. My shirt is tucked in. Everything fits. I'm standing upright with my chest poked out and my head held high. I'm carrying myself with class. So I look better than the dude with the $1,000 outfit. And today I just came from working on a friend of mine's kitchen sink. I told her a couple of days ago what she needed to have. She went to the store, they gave her the runaround or something. They didn't know what they was talking about. So today I go over there to fix the sink, and she don't got what she need. And I'm thinking I'm doing some plumbing, so I'm only taking plumbing tools. I'm not finna take a bunch of tools. I get over there and figure out, her situation is worse than what I thought it was. I actually need a construction tool to do this job. Now it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I got other shit to do. It's 20 degrees outside. I don't really, I could have said, look, I don't got what it takes to do this. You don't got what you need. I can't even do this today. Maybe should call a plumber. But I figured to myself, well, this young lady has a family in this house. They need their sink. I'm going to go ahead and put forth an effort to help her out. So I went and got what she needed, went and got the construction tools, came back and, fixed the lady's sink. That was effort, presentation, class, and effort. That lady was used to people treating her like that. That's not how you treat your young sons to treat women. It's just not. It's not okay. You excusing like that, you a person who probably raising a son that's gonna treat women like that. And more comes with that. He ain't gonna respect women. He probably would be the type of nigga that'll whoop a woman because he don't respect women. He probably would be the type of nigga to eat up all his kids' cereal because he's selfish. You know, and he's probably gonna be lousy because he's not gonna put forth an effort to do nothing. It's not his fault. He's a victim in this shit. That's his mama's fault, you know. And I took and did what I did for my daughter to let her know, look, this is how you treat a young lady. Don't never let a nigga treat you no other way than this right here.